Hello viewers, welcome to today's exciting episode of the Relationship Show. On today's episode, we are looking at the issue of divorce in Nigeria. With me is Mr. Austin.
Thank you for having me and good afternoon, our viewers.
You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
What do you think about this issue of divorce in Nigeria precisely? I do hear people say, sign the divorce paper. Sign the divorce paper so that both of you will go your separate way. Is it that easy? Is it that there is no value for marriage again, or what?
Divorce is not something that is very, very common with us here in Nigeria.
Okay.
Because we have a lot of respect and value for marriage union.
Wow.
Understanding the fact that marriage is a union that goes beyond the couples.
Okay.
Marriage is something that involves families.
Okay.
It's a union between both families.
Okay.
So it's not easy for either of the couples to just rise up overnight and say, I'm signing the divorce paper and bringing this marriage to
An end. Okay.
So because of that value we have for marital relationship between families, you see that people are not very much prone to hasty divorce proceedings.
Okay.
But in the recent times we must mention that people are now gradually pushing towards divorce.
Okay.
That at every little provocation they want to bring their marriage relationship to an end, which is not very healthy.
Is it that there are no room
society.
for reconciliation anymore when husband and wife have issue? Must it be at every slight mistake or misunderstanding, divorce?
You see, marriage is something that requires some level of maturity.
Okay.
Because where there is no tolerance, accommodation, and understanding in marriage,
okay,
there is a tendency that at every slightest offense,
okay,
you want to seek opportunity to, pull out of that marriage.
Okay.
So, what we're experiencing now is immaturity in the part of so many persons who are involved in marriage.
Immaturity, yes.
High level of immaturity.
A lot of persons does not even know what marriage is all about.
It's all about. You understand? There should be room for people from time to time who are involved in marriage to make recourse to their families. For example, why do we have this word, daughter-in-law, son-in-law? Your father-in-law automatically becomes your father.
Yes.
So that if your wife, for example, is doing something that is not very good, and two of you cannot sort it out, your father-in-law should become your beacon of hope.
Yes.
That when you talk to him, he should be able to handle the situation with high level of balance.
Yes.
Not tending to take side just because the daughter is the one that is involved. He must put both the daughter whom he begot biologically, and the son-in-law who he has begotten by reason of marriage union, into consideration. In offering, proper advice that can, bring amicable settlement in whatever problems you're having at that point in time.
Okay, so this issue of sign the divorce paper, is it that easy to just sign divorce paper in Nigeria, or there are more to it before, if marriage has really been broken down irretrievably, maybe with some irreconcilable differences, can they just wake up and sign divorce paper? Is there consent divorce in Nigeria?
There is nothing like that in Nigeria. You don't just wake up in Nigeria and sign divorce paper.
So what is the process for divorcing in Nigeria?
Depending on the type of marriage you contracted.
Okay.
If you contracted statutory law marriage, it means that you must file your petition in the High Court.
Okay.
If it's a customary law marriage, then it means that you must proceed to a customary court.
So you mean when you file petition in the High Court, if it is a marriage, statutory marriage, you mean it's going to be a full court
trial?
Wow.
Yes. Both parties, both the petitioner and the respondent will be given opportunity.
So even in customary court, when you marry under the customary law, it's also going to be a full court
Trial. Yes.
Okay. So marriage is not like that easy, sign the divorce paper.
First of all, you must take note that our courts are not even interested in dissolving marriages. Because if the practice is dissolve marriages, we'll have a lot of broken homes.
Wow.
Which will not be healthy for the society.
Exactly.
So what the court and the law is thinking is how to ensure that marriages are sustained. That is why the law used the word that unless the marriage has broken down irretrievably. Okay. And it sets down so many grounds that must be stated to show that that marriage has broken down irretrievably.
Can you emphasize on this a little, sir?
I will just mention a few.
Okay.
For example, now, if there is act of adultery, if there is act of hardship, or act of cruelty, some of these things can be grounds for you to apply for divorce.
Under the irretrievably?
Yes, that the marriage has broken down irretrievably.
Wow.
It means that there is no basis of reconciliation.
Okay.
But even while the full trial process is going on, the court is interested in seeing how the parties can reconcile.
Wow.
Therefore, in the process of the trial, if anything ignites reconciliation between the parties, that automatically forestals the trial process. Interesting.
So even our court falls at divorce?
Yes, of course. The court frowns at it, because if the court dissolves a marriage, and the man goes his way, the woman goes his way, you have opened the society to a greater level of danger. You must consider the products of that marriage. If, for example, they already have children, what will be their position?
Interesting.
So the court will do everything within its power to see if there is any way they can reconcile. That does not mean that the court is going to force an unwilling party to stay in a marriage. For example, if a man does not want to continue with the marriage, you cannot force the court. The court cannot force him to take his wife as his wife, because something worse may even happen in the process of wanting the man to continue to marry the woman. But the court looks at the interest of the parties. They look at that marriage union to see if it is possible for them to reconcile themselves. And if they do make move for reconciliation, opportunity will be given to them to reconcile themselves. But if not, it means that at the end of the full trial, the court will have to make order. That is why you see that the order of the court is at 2 stages.
Explain, sir.
The first stage,
what are the stages?
The first stage of the order is that the court will make a decree nisi to say that the marriage has been dissolved. But they are given a window of about 3 months.
Really?
That between that time and when they will now make the final decree, which is decree absolute, if they can reconcile, everything that has to do with the trial process is taken away.
Interesting.
Do you understand? So they can continue with their marriage. But once there is a decree absolute, that marriage comes to an end. If there is any reason for those 2 parties again in life to come back together as husband and wife, they will be contracting a new marriage.
A new marriage. Yes. Interesting. Wow. So what about the traditional marriage aspect, sir?
Where is a customary law marriage?
For instance, they want to put a customary law marriage to an end.
Even when it goes through the customary court.
Yes, sir.
One of the basic requirements in addition to the full court trial is that the bride price of that marriage must be returned.
The bride price of the marriage
must be returned.
What if the man is the one filing for the divorce and the woman refused to return the bride price? What is the consequences?
When the court makes an order, it is compelling.
It's compelling.
On the party on whom the court has made that order to obey the order of the court.
Really?
So when the court has made an order that the marriage has been dissolved and the woman is expected to return the bride price, she will have to return it.
So what about if the man rejects the bride price? What if it is the man, the woman fight for divorce, and the man said, no, I'm not tired of this marriage. I will not take that bride price. Or before I can take the bride price, I will not just take only the bride price. There were things, other things which I did, like in some places, they have so amounts. Some 20 naira, some 120 naira, but inside that 20 naira, the man must have spent like 5 million naira.
Yes.
And at the end, the woman will just choose to walk away and drop 20 naira. That is kind of cheating on the man's side. The man will say, no, till you pay the 5 million I spend on you, I will not take the 20 naira as bride price. What will the court do?
I wonder if such a man will be able to as well restore to the woman whatever thing he has enjoyed.
Okay.
From the woman. What the law recognizes in the circumstance is the bride price.
Only the bride price.
So return the bride price. If every other thing.
What about the food, the drinks, like the clothes, the hair?
In some areas,
okay,
another can be made for you to return the dowry, which is the drinks, like the keg of palm wine that was brought. But believe you me, that what will be brought back to you is an empty calabash.
Seriously?
Which will be broken in your presence.
Interesting.
That serves the return of every other thing that you brought.
So marriage is not even an easy thing in Nigeria.
That is why I started by
Can husband and wife not agree to dissolve their marriage?
There is no way.
Enlighten us on this a little before we bring this show to an end.
There is no way.
Can they not consent? Is there nothing like consent divorce? Husband and wife agree that let's bring this marriage to an end. Let's go our different way.
Our law has set out the conditions.
Okay.
The grounds for divorce.
Wow.
It should not be on the basis of, because many people will walk into marriage and walk out of it.
Wow.
If there is something like that.
Okay.
We have tried it for 3 years. We have enjoyed ourselves. Then you can go your way. Let me go my way. Go and find someone else again to enjoy with. Okay. Then they come before the law to say we are giving our consent to. No.
Okay.
It's not proper.
It's not proper.
Like I said, in every dissolution of marriage, if that marriage already has children as product of it, their interest has to be put into consideration.
Wow.
So you will just continue to proliferate, having children here and there, and be moving from one man
to another,
from one woman to another. It won't build a healthy society.
Okay.
So our law does not in any way approve of that at all.
Okay. So in conclusion, Nigeria divorce is not overnight thing.
No, it's not.
It's not something you can just wake up and put an end to.
No.
Okay.
There must be prelude to the whole process. Issues must have come up that would have warranted, divorce, which the law refers to as the fact that the marriage has broken down irretrievably.
What about if a particular party is being possessed of a particular attitude which is not right? Can we not separate? I'm not saying we are going to divorce, but giving space for some time, can the court not do something of that nature?
The court can order for a judicial separation.
Wow. So something like judicial separation exists.
Yes.
Okay.
That does not mean that the marriage has broken down.
So judicial separation is not a divorce.
No, it's not.
Okay.
The parties are allowed to live apart. They can visit themselves.
Okay.
But the very moment they begin to cuddle themselves by intercourse, that thing has been lifted.
It has been lifted.
Yes.
Interesting.
So they have to go back to their normal life. But there are some implications now. For example, we know quite well that under our law, it is said that a man cannot rape his wife.
Yes.
But where there is a judicial separation, having sexual intercourse with the woman without her consent,
we are mad to rape. Take note of this.
So these are
where there is judicial separation, having sexual intercourse with the wife without her consent are mad to rape. Hope someone enjoyed this episode of the Relationship Show. This will bring us to the end of today's program on Relationship Show. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm begging. And do us a favor, click the notification bell so that you can be the first to be notified whenever we upload new video. Drop your comment on the comment section. See you next time. Stay tuned. Bye.